welcome back to my channel, Shine Strong, Live Long. Today we're going to talk about the juggling act, which is my life and possibly your life too. Whether you are juggling having a busy full-time job and owning your own business, or going to school and raising children, as a professional multitasker, the advice that I'm about to give you will be very valuable. We're going to touch on ways to stay focused and goal-oriented while still making time for things that we all enjoy doing. Let me start by sharing with you the things that I juggle on a weekly basis. Firstly, I do still have a full-time job. And y'all, they are continuing to amp up our workload. So it isn't like your typical 9 to 5 where you know exactly what to expect. No, they like to keep it exciting. And I promise you, every day I walk into work with something brand new. On top of that, I am rebranding Not of This World Network, which is my business. It began as a photography and videography company, but now I'm eliminating the videography aspect and I've tacked on graphic design, branding, social media management for small businesses, startups, and influencers. That means new website, new content, new look, new clients, new business cards, which is all really exciting, but a lot of work. And you know, usually I have energy to work on this when I get home from work, but lately it's just been pretty draining. But I'm not done yet, so let's talk about personal branding. I am just getting started with the vision that I have for Shine Strong, Live Long. This is my personal branding project, and honestly, it's become my favorite thing to do. So, also, as you know, I released my first single, Save a Life, and releasing it is just one thing, guys. The next step is I want it played on the radio. I need to start getting it out there. And lastly, my husband and I are considered essential staff at our church. So our Sundays and some Saturdays are occupied by trying to make sure cameras, audio, and streaming is right for worship service. And y'all, you know, I do have a life, a wonderful husband, friends and family, and things that I like to do for fun. So the question is, how does this all get juggled without dropping the ball? Well, I'm gonna be honest. I literally want to quit like twice a week. And I'm not ashamed to say that me and God, we have these conversations. But I am always pushed to keep going, and I never regret it. I have FOMO, and God knows that. It is the fear of missing out, and I want to make sure that this life counts. I want to see how far I can go with it. So let's get into it. There are 3 keys to juggling the pieces that make up life: compartmentalization, focus, and balance. Compartmentalize. You can't juggle liquids, guys. You are juggling different parts of life. They remain separate parts. They don't melt or mold together while they're up in the air. And when you throw them up, they come back down. So you need to let go of something else to catch it. Now, some jugglers, they add in things, but they only do that after they have mapped out how to keep everything still moving. I live by this, literally. This is how I organize my life. I have to work on one thing at a time. For example, when I'm at my full-time job, I am only at my full-time job. Before going to work in the morning, I journal and I map out my daily intentions. I have 3 intentions for my 9 to 5 job and my top 3 intentions for myself, which sometimes include brainstorming for Shine Strong, Live Long, video shoots, graphic design work, working on writing music. I don't write down any more than 3 because I get stressed out. Plus 3 is a reasonable number when they are tasks that may take a little time. Cut yourself some slack though. Your task could also be as simple as spend 15 minutes on the piano, wash your hair, take a 30-minute walk and brainstorm, listen to a marketing podcast and take notes. But whatever you do for your sanity, please be there in the moment. I can't work effectively on Shine Strong, Live Long videos while meeting with a Not of This World Network client. So keep it separated. I try to book my clients at least twice a week, post videos for social media weekly, and then do bi-weekly YouTube videos. Kind of helps me keep things, you know, juggled right. Number 2 is focus. When juggling, it requires focus, guys. Jugglers are really intentional about making sure that they touch everything that they have in the air at least once. Sometimes, yes, they may hold on to one item longer than another, but eventually they have to let it go, open their hands, and catch something else. I often write columns down when I start to have blurry vision. I want to make sure that I'm covering my bases, that I don't forget to spend some time on each thing that I'm juggling per week. Now, of course, there's like priorities, like my husband and my family. I'll definitely, you know, keep them in rotation more regularly than my business. My 9-to-5 job is constant. Prayerfully, it will remain constant, and it doesn't change anytime soon. But that's kind of how you got to move everything around. Every morning, writing down my daily intentions allows me to focus. Yes, there is a bigger picture and way more than 6 tasks to do a day, 3 for work and 3 for me. But that day I will only focus on those tasks, because after that I will stop and make sure that I spend time on things that matter, like family and doing things that aren't stressful and attending friends' weddings and hobbies. And lastly, guys, balance. To juggle well, you need to have a firm stance. Jugglers, you don't see them looking down at their feet. Before they start juggling, they establish balance on a firm foundation. They already know where they're gonna step at if they need to step 2 steps forward or 2 steps back. For me, my foundation is my faith and my prayer life. My foundation is also BJ. Y'all, sometimes I go from one job straight to another. I start on my computer at 7:30 in the morning, and I don't finish until 9:30 p.m. And I drink coffee for dinner, and I crash right after my last Zoom meeting. BJ will bring me dinner and make sure that I balance rest and work. And there's some days that he just makes me leave my computer alone and we plan something fun to do. I need that balance because I am a recovering workaholic, coming from a life where there was no balance. I didn't know how to compartmentalize and put boundaries around my time, and there was a lot of stress. When you love the work that you do, balance is sometimes a hard thing to achieve. But to be an efficient juggler, you need all 3 of these essential keys: compartmentalization, focus, and balance. I hope this video was helpful for you today. It is a constant juggling act. Life and all the things that we want to do and the things we prioritize. But remember that today is a new day, a day where you and I have been given the opportunity to choose better, love stronger, and shine brighter than the day before. Shine strong, live long.